Hey besties, and welcome back to your best friend's channel. Are you guys ready to have a series of ongoing conversations catered toward parenting, parallel parenting, co-parenting, motherhood, fatherhood, whatever? If so, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, turn on your notifications, and be sure that you are liking the videos so that they remain visible to you and to other people that this video needs to touch or reach out to, okay? With that being said, I do want to thank you guys for all the love and support on the last video and all the messages that you wrote. I asked you guys, when did you subscribe to my channel or how did you find me? And a lot of it is relativity and just being relatable. Either you were going through what I was going through or you are now going through what I went through. So I just want to thank you. And on my days where I ask myself, what in the world am I doing here on YouTube? I go back and I look at your positive messages, your thoughts of affirmation, the success and all the blessings that you are praying for my family. I really appreciate it, you guys. And I've put a lot of prayer into everything that I want to talk about, and like I said, where I want to move this platform to. Again, I'm still going to have some vlogs thrown in, you guys. I know you guys like, you know, the sit down Valencia where I'm chatting, and you also like the everyday Valencia, the quirky, you know, funny Valencia. Trust me, those videos are coming. I got a video with Max's birthday, Julian's birthday, and just, you know, little fun days that I'm trying to manage being a mom and just keep the positivity flowing. So make sure your notifications are on for that. But today, in today's video, I want to focus on a topic that I kind of overlook intentionally or just don't talk about, and that's the topic of oversharing. And do I regret oversharing? Do I regret living my life out on YouTube? Do I think that I would have gone through certain things if I were not on YouTube? You know what I mean? And I find that when I ask questions on my Instagram or even questions here, it's always, how come you don't talk about it anymore, right? You talked about it then, now you don't talk about it anymore. Or you shared so much and like we expect you to share now. And you know what, for a long time I would get upset and be like, I've changed, you know, people can change, you don't always have to be the same person. But you are right to a certain extent. I think in the way that you do things changes. Think of it as a meal, as a recipe. When you first learn how to cook, right, it's basic, it's the bare minimum. And then you learn how to add certain flavors and you get better and better at that recipe. And you can apply that to life. The way that I share is not going to be the same way that I shared in the infancy of my YouTube career, just because you learn, you grow. And I think in the beginning of YouTube, I've been on YouTube since the twins have been born, about 7 years now, 7 years. They are 7 years old. And back then it was a different kind of concept. Vlogging was pretty new. So the way that you shared was very surface. It was very, you know, G-rated, very Disney, very curated for sponsorships, because that is the like thing that you want or wanted. I like sponsorships, but I mean, when they come, they come, and if they don't, they don't. I don't get too wrapped up in the validation or even the money side of it. You know, the money is nice, girl, okay? As long as I am being intentional about what I'm posting and I'm passionate about what I'm posting, it's enough. And the compensation that YouTube gives me is enough. So make sure you're watching the videos, sharing the videos, and liking them and thumbsing it up. Goal for this video is to get 2,000, at least 2,000 likes on this video. So let's just help this video get a little bit of love. But the topic that I'm talking about, like I said, is oversharing. Do I think I've overshared? Do I regret oversharing? No, I don't think I really shared enough. It left a lot of guessing, and it left the opportunity for people to write my narratives. And at the time, I just wasn't in the headspace to even like fight, as the saying goes. You don't play in the mud with pigs, otherwise you'll get dirty, right? So that's not the kind of game that I play. Take it how you want to take it. I said it, I meant it. You know what I'm saying? I was just going through a lot of things in my life, a divorce. And then directly after my divorce, a custody battle. And then after the custody battle, going back for proper child support. And it's like I have always been in court. And I don't know about you, unless you're a criminal. Maybe you love being in court, but I don't. And I felt so vilified the whole time and under so much scrutiny. My motherhood has always been under so much scrutiny, like I wasn't good enough, but I was good enough to make the children. Come on, somebody. Church, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden now I'm just this horrible person, but I was good enough to be a stay-at-home military wife and, you know, be that person. Y'all have seen me, right? I've built my platform on being this stay-at-home mom, a military wife who could do it all and, you know, still have a peace of mind. But little did y'all know what I was going through behind the scenes. Little do y'all still know what I was going through behind the scenes, but God, okay? So, yeah, that took a toll on just my confidence as a mother, as a human being. I definitely went through some bouts of depression. I definitely went through feeling very unworthy. Some days still I feel like, man, am I doing okay? Am I good enough? And then I have to snap myself out of it, honey. And I go back to y'all's messages and I see this is what I'm here for. And my kids are happy and I should be happy. Sometimes you got to live in the now and not in the past or in the future where you want to be. You have to live in the now, honey. Be in the now, okay, friend? Be in the now and be present in the now with your family, your kids, whatever you're doing in your life. And you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be, okay? Allow God to take hold and do what he needs to do. Don't get in the Lord's way, okay? Because that'll slow down some things. So, you know, a little bit of a touchy subject. Which is not touchy for me is that, yeah, my first marriage ended in divorce due to infidelity and, you know, the grass being greener on the other side. You know, more power to you on that one. More power to anyone who thinks the grass is greener on the other side. And, you know, at the time it definitely broke my heart, as it would probably break anybody's heart, and it broke my family apart. And I questioned or did not realize that a family is still a family. Like sometimes you go through a separation, a divorce or whatever, and you think, oh, we're not family anymore. You are, but sometimes you don't like certain family members, and that's okay, but you still family. You still go to Thanksgiving dinner, okay? You still exchange Christmas gifts. You're still family. And at the end of the day, my kid's father is family, whether he like it or not. You know what I'm saying? We're family and we have children together, which is why I have always tried to be very respectful in what I say on the internet, how I say it, and even if I am hurt, which I'm allowed to be, okay? I am allowed to be hurt. My name is not Pinocchio. I don't got no strings on me. Okay, my daddy's name is not Geppetto. But it's okay. It's okay. But, you know, I have really been very, like, graceful when I didn't have to be, but God. And, you know, because, you know, when you're hurting, right, you're in a hurt situation, you're in a hurt space, I didn't care what people were really saying about me. Well, I cared, but it wasn't like I had the strength to even like fight back. You know what I mean? But I will say, and I said I was going to be open and candid, you guys. I felt like I lost a lot of relatability with you guys. I lost touch because I was really just trying to protect myself and protect my children. And not lose my mind while I was going through this custody battle, you guys. oh my God. And then fighting to get proper support. Let me tell you something about child support, which we can talk about in another video. I know people are like always on either the A side track or the B side track of the cassette tape when it comes to child support. I'm in the middle. I think that it is crazy that people will make anyone, because men get child support and women get child support, to feel like they shouldn't ask for help from the person that helped create the children. And not even ask for help, ask for the necessities, okay? And I feel like that word help makes you feel like you are a vagabond, you know what I mean? You ain't about nothing, or you should be able to do it on your own. If that was the case, I would have been able to impregnate myself without the help of a male and whatever he got to contribute, you know what I'm saying? So mom or dad, if you are requesting support because that person is not helping and doing what they're supposed to be doing, please do it, okay? It's for you, it's for your children, so that they can have the same type of lifestyle that they had when you were together, okay? The stability. It is about the stability of the children. All that other stuff of people's other traumatic experiences that they want to project on you and turn you into that person, that ain't you. You know what I mean? Some people be like, oh, well, these parents out here spending money. Hey, that's your experience. That cannot be applied to everyone. It is not a blanketed situation. Some of y'all need to come out of these blanketed situations and projecting your past trauma onto somebody else and thinking that that is what they are trying to do to you. And that's a lot of what I went through, you guys, with the custody battle. It's just, you know, it was a doozy, girl. It was a doozy. And so, you know, like I said in the last video, the whole, I call it Ramona, child, and the panorama that we was in, or still are in, respectfully, gave a moment of just peace, you guys. In the chaos, in the midst of chaos, God gave me peace from the court system. Because how you gonna go to court, child? And then you gotta think, is this really worth fighting for? We in the whole panorama. Is this really worth fighting for? Is this worth the money that it's gonna cost? And then you realize, well, what y'all already realized, my ex had to figure it out. This costs money. This ain't cheap. This could be going to my children. Let me tell you something. A custody battle is a hurting thing. No one wins. And in my personal humble opinion, I feel like, and I did request in court for us both to go to counseling, because after a custody battle, somebody's losing. You both lose because your relationship is now torn, because in order to go through a custody battle, you have to portray the person who you're trying to get the children from as this unfit person. And so now this person that you have tried to portray as this unfit person still has the children, and now you over there sucking on sour lemons because you done lost. And then the person over here who is not unfit is therefore validated, but can never trust the other person who had to make up all of these accusations, all of these vilified, pieces of evidence. And you're now in a very untrustworthy predicament.